owners. My name is Crystal Cornell, and I am the Code Compliance Manager. This morning, I call your attention briefly to an overview of proposed changes to the Code Compliance policy governed under Chapter 21 of the City's Code of Ordinances. I kindly ask that you reserve all questions until after the meeting, as not to further delay the hearing. I will be available in the back of the chamber to assist with questions. The City Council recently approved the Clean City Initiative, which I personally serve as an active member of the task force. The Clean City Task Force, which was born with the strict intent to keep North Miami beautiful. If you just follow me along here with the presentation, I'm sorry. We're going to just briefly discuss some proposed revisions and changes to the code compliance policy. So the reason for the revisions is one of the city's primary goals, as evidenced by the formation of the Clean City Task Force, is to keep North Miami beautiful. Code enforcement is vital in executing that goal. It is critical that we revise the city's procedures so that there is one simplified process that ultimately results in greater compliance and appropriate penalties for non-compliance. So the Clean Cities Task Force mission is to keep North Miami beautiful. Areas of concern for the Clean City Task Force is abandoned and unkept properties, trash and litter, illegal dumping, graffiti, shopping carts, alleyways, swimming pools, and squatters. And that's just to briefly sum up some of the items that we're concerned with, but obviously we're concerned with everything that potentially brings blight to our city. The code compliance mission. The purpose of our department is to maintain and improve the appearance of our community, protect the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens, and enhance the economic setting through education and enforcement of the standards set forth by the City of North Miami Code of Ordinances. Below is a visual representation of the Clean City Task Force priorities, and these are also some reasons why traditionally you would see code enforcement and you would receive some type of a notice of violation. Obviously, the initial photo is a pool that has not been cleaned in quite some time, which serves as a life and safety hazard. Obviously, pools that look like that breed mosquitoes. If a child falls in there, it's just not something that we want to see in our city. We've got junk and abandoned cars parked in residential neighborhoods. We have graffiti. We have windows that are broken into. Folks that are moving into properties and just kind of squatting there once properties kind of go into a foreclosure status. Here you have some trash and some litter. You've got overflown trash cans. You've got, just the streets flooded with trash and litter. So these are just a visual representation, as previously stated, as some of the issues and concerns that we encounter on a daily basis here in our city. The areas of concern identified by the Clean City Task Force are prohibited by the city code. The code sections below correspond to the previous photos and are examples of areas that will be impacted by the proposed revisions. So listed here are just the code sections for which code compliance officers would generally cite the photos that we just seen. I won't read through all of them specifically, but this information is available online through the city's Municode. Section 1222 represents our code reference pools. Section 10.9 references our code specific to abandoned property. Section 1220 represents the code specific to graffiti. Section 1231 references our code section reference abandoned and unkept properties. 1240, squatters and trash under Section 9-3. In implementing the goal of keeping implementing the goal of keeping North Miami beautiful, we rely heavily on the Code Compliance Department, as many of the issues and areas of concern are enforceable through the code. To deliver the goal of a clean city, the Code Compliance policy should be strengthened through a simplified procedure and appropriate penalties resulting in faster compliance and a decrease in repeat offenders. Here you have a representation of what the Code Compliance flow chart looks like. I'm not sure if it's clear here. You can actually see the writing here, but the idea here is the code compliance officer is out in the field on a daily basis. They proactively are inspecting for violations of the city code, as we just previously saw and depicted in some of the photos. What generally happens is when the officer is out in the field and they notice a violation, we typically try to give some type of a courtesy notice. When that courtesy notice is not complied with, then we would issue a notice of violation. The notice of violation then has a reinspection date. You're given a time period for which you are asked to fix the issue. When the officer goes back out at that reinspection date, if the issue is not fixed, then the violation is scheduled to come to hearing, which is why we're here today. And the process goes on from there. In addition to our notice of violation procedure, we also do have a procedure, which is our citation procedure. And the proposed revisions are specifically to the citation procedures. Revisions have been made to the civil violation ticket process as it was limited to uncorrectable violations. Additional enforceability is recommended and permitted by state law. The code presently allows for fines up to $1,000 for first-time violations. On the slide below, the civil penalty schedule is a demonstration of how the fines would change, ultimately resulting in less repeat violations and faster compliance. As you can see here, this is just a couple of what our civil tickets currently looks like. So specific to the pools, if you are found in violation of 12.4, which is you have a green pool, as we've seen in the previous photo, currently the code, currently the schedule of fines has a penalty of $500. So the proposal is that that increases to $1,000, which is currently how the code is drafted. Same thing for 12.4. The code is currently set at $500. The proposal is $1,000. 1019 is currently set at $250. The proposal is $500. So whatever the current schedule of fine is set at, the proposal is that we adjust that amount to meet what the code currently allows for, which is a maximum of $1,000. And last but not least, this is just simply a slide that just that just simply indicates that we will be doing education and answering questions, and streaming this thing during our magistrate hearings and meeting with the residents and making you all aware and doing our best to educate you on what the code compliance processes are and what the procedures are in order to keep you code compliant, so that you do not find yourself in a situation where you have to be here and dealing with our code compliance. Our code compliance department. As stated initially in the beginning of the presentation, if you have questions, I will be here. I will be in the back of the, in the rear of the chambers, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you. They're currently only issued for uncorrectable. Well, it's proposed. Yeah, it's just what we're proposing.
Feel like I'm on stage now. Introducing Good morning. This is a code enforcement hearing for the City of North Miami. Today is December the 19th, 2018. I'm Christopher Benjamin, Special Magistrate for the City of North Miami. Purpose of this hearing is to determine whether a code and violation exists at your property as observed and cited by a code enforcement officer of this city. If the city is not able to prove this case, then I'll dismiss the case and you'll be free to go. These proceedings are being recorded. Therefore, all persons who are speaking should do so one at a time so that your testimony is clearly audible on the recording device. When your case is called, the property owner, agent for the property owner, and any witnesses that you may have should come forward to the podium on the left side of the room. When asked, please speak directly into the microphone and say aloud your name, your business or mailing address, and your relationship to the property. Now, if you're not the property owner or an attorney representing the property owner, then you're going to need a power of attorney in order to speak on behalf of the property owner. For new cases, I'll ask for the record if you are aware of and understand the violation that is being heard today, so please answer accordingly. The city will present its case first, and the property owner will be given the opportunity to testify on their own behalf, to bring forward witnesses to testify, to present evidence and photographs, and also to cross-examine the city's witnesses. Following the case presentation, I'll issue a finding of fact on the case. If I find that a violation of the city code exists or existed at the property, then depending on the case type, I'll set an abatement date for the violation to be resolved, or for repeat violations, I'll impose a daily fine amount. For new non-repeat cases, my order will include an abatement date by which you must resolve the violation and a daily fine amount that I may impose at a future hearing date should you not correct the violation before the abatement date. Now, if I find sufficient cause to postpone an action at this time, then I'll table your case to another hearing in the near future. Now, if for some reason you don't agree with my findings of fact, then the property owner may appeal my order to the circuit court. We're here in the Miami-Dade County, so that'd be the 11th Judicial Circuit in and for Miami-Dade County. An appeal must be filed within 30 days of the execution of my order to be appealed. In accordance with Florida statutes, if a person decides to appeal any decision made by this special magistrate with respect to any matter considered at these proceedings, then the person will need a verbatim record of the proceeding. This record includes the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The cost of obtaining the verbatim record shall be the sole responsibility of the appellant, meaning the person appealing. And it is recommended that persons who plan to appeal their case should probably provide a court reporter at these proceedings for expedience sake. Pursuant to City Code, if the City of North Miami prevails in prosecuting a case before the special magistrate, the city shall be entitled to recover all costs incurred in that prosecution, and currently the cost assessment is $100 per case. Once the city records an order that imposes a lien to a property, then the city will charge an additional fee to record the release of that lien. Now, if you're going to be giving testimony today, please rise, raise your right hand to be sworn, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in these proceedings will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If so, say I do. I do. Thank you.
Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Interpreters? Interpreters?
Oh, okay. You solemnly swear or affirm that the translations which you're about to give in these proceedings will be accurate and correct to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability. Say I do.
I do. I do.
Madam Clerk, announce any additions, corrections, or deletions to the agenda, then call your first case.
The current deletions are as follows. CE GMP 2018-00204, 12208 Investment LLC complied. Item number 3, CEO SV 2018-00087, Albany Hernandez and H. Juan complied. Item number 4, CEF AW 2018-00267, Alexander Zamora, complied. Item number 6, CEF AW 2018-00293, Ayanis Noah, JTRS, complied. Item number 7, CENBR 2018-00103, Aniris Nord, JTRS, complied. Item number 8, CELSC 2018-00018, Barira Property LLC, complied. Item number 9, CEF AW 2018-00273, Beatrice Dorr, complied. Item number 10, CENBR 2018-00083, Beatrice Dorr, complied. Item number 12, CESSP 2018-00264, CIPG Invest Properties, Inc., complied. Item number 13, CESIP 2018-00022, Causeway Square LLC, complied. Item number 14, CEGMP 2018-00245, SEMA Realty, complied. Item number 15, CEWWC 2018-00091, SEMA Realty, complied. Item number 16, CENUS 2018-0114, Cortez Y. Relinos, complied. Item number 18, CEPFY 2018-00574, Edmund Thesis and W. Anise, complied. Item number 19, CENUS 2018-00925, Alifit Sojor, complied. Item number 21, CENBR 2018-00088, U14 M. Dodge, complied. Item number 26, BR 2018-0076, Fedline for Justy, complied. Item number 28, CEBPR 2018-00029, Figueres, complied. Item number 29, CERCV 2018-00174, Francis J. Jackson and W. Ola, complied. Item number 30, CEPFY 2018-00552, Frutos Dor W. and Marie G. Dor, complied. Item number 31, CENUS 2018-01141, Gary Copey, complied. Item number 32, CEZPU 2018-00046, Gary Lee Harrell, complied. Item number 33, CENBR 2018-00095, Georgette Dixon, complied. Item number 34, CEFAW 2018-00294, Gertha Jean Simmon, NH, complied. Item number 36, MHVIO 2018-00378, Goslin Properties, Inc., postponed. Item number 37, CESOD 2018-00014, Gregory Nemo, Jr., complied. Item number 38, CEIVY 2018-00339, Gerthy Burgess, NW, Anne Marie, complied. Item number 41, CEODS 2018-00192, Hector Molina, complied. Item number 43, CENUS 2018-01044, Helena Sosin, complied. Item number 44, CTBPR 2018-00061, Lumina Colon and W. Maria, postponed. Item number 45, CEFAW 2018-00287, Isaiah Campbell and Merlene Bell, complied. Item number 46, CENBR 2018-00074, Aislinn Sefranlin, complied. Item number 47, CEIVY 2018-00344, Jamie Person, complied. Item number 48, CENUS 2018-00789, Jamie Person, complied. Item number 49, CEEXP 2017-00143, James DeLange, complied. Item number 52, CEGMP 2018-00305, Jean Marie St. Hilary, complied. Item number 53, CEFAW 2018-00253, Jean R. Vincent, complied. Item number 54, CESUM 2018-0009, Joanne J. Parker, complied. Item number 55, CEFAW 2018-00285, Jonas D.D. and W. Salantia, complied. Item number 57, CEPFY 2018-00589, George Ferreira, complied. Item number 58, CEPFY 2018-00625, Joshua Humphrey, complied. Item number 59, CEWWC 2018-00116, Julian Doris, complied. Item number 61, CEP FY 2018-00506, Junior B. Vincent, complied. Item number 62, MHVIO 2018-01218, Kenneth Terrence T. Terrace, postponed. Item number 65, FYBRR 2017-00018, Loomis Investments, Inc., postponed. Item number 68, CIVY 2018-002, Item 68, CIVY 2018-00326, Lucia M.D. Nicola, complied. Item number 69, CETMK 2018-00023, Maria Michael Desiree, complied. Item number 70, CEP FY 2018-00565, Maria M. Movos, complied. Item number 72, FYBRR 2017-00107, Northeast 121st Street LLC, postponed. Item number 73, CEODS 2018-00199, Nellie K. Thompson, LE, complied. Item number 75, CEIVY 2018-00302. Omni Griff Corporation, complied. Item number 78, CEGMP 2018-00301. Philip John Finn, complied. Item number 79, CENUS 2018-00785. Philip Muscat, complied. Item number 80, CIVY 2018-00322, complied. MHVIO 2018-01217. Raphael Alexandria, postponed. Item number 85, CENUS 2018-01147. Robert Pinerow, NW Lorraine, complied. Item number 87, CESSP 2018-00266. Roberto Fuentes, complied. Item number 92, CEGMS 2018-00046. SE Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, complied. Item number 93, CEP FY 2018-00566. Shirley E. Chance, complied. Item number 94, CERCV 2018-00167. Sterling Friend Core, complied. Item number 95, CENUS 2018-01153. Synergy Trading Group LLC, complied. Item number 99, CESOD 2018-00018. Warren Del Moore, postponed. And last, item 101, sorry. CEZPU 2018-0049. Ives Point du Jour and Marie J. complied.
Good morning. To begin with our first case, it will be item number 22. Officer John Dorville, customer Euforson Doug, case number CETMK 2018-00026.
Switch, guys. All right, go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Excuse me?
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Oh, well, actually, I'm not the owner of the property. I'm just the renter. However, the owner of the property, he lives in New York. And I think it was regarding some bricks that was in front of the house. So that, because I live in front of a school, and all the parents want to park on the lawn. So we try to avoid them from parking on the lawn because it's not making North Miami beautiful. So we put the bricks so that they don't park on the lawn. However, we could just solve it by just getting the bricks removed. It's not a big deal.
Or do it, or, keep my North Miami beautiful in a code-compliant way.
All right.
All right?
Yeah, no
All right.
problem.
Postpone. Give them an opportunity to get that done.
Okay. Thank you.
January 16th.
Item number 35, Officer Perez, customer Goldenberg, case number CESOD 2018-00009.
Hello, my name is Tali Goldenberg. I'm the owner of the property.
Okay.
She
Been made aware.
complied.
She's compliant?
She's complied.
Case dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 63, Officer Perez, customer Lemire Dulcio and W. Marie, case number CESOD 2018-0015.
The W is wife. Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
My name is Lamar Dulcio. I'm the owner of the house of 7 United 131 Street.
All right, great. You've been made aware of the violation?
Yes, sir.
Are there any objections to the violation?
The thing is, so I have an issue. When I get the notice, I call the officer next day, and I explained to him. So the violation, because the city was have some work to do in front of the house, and so when they do, you put the grass and they remove the dirt was there, and by so each time the rain is coming, so the rain is sitting right there, the water is sitting right there, so the grass can grow. So, and I was called the officer, I said, there's any way so the city can put the dirt back? I want to put the grass back, but I gotta have the dirt to put it on. If I do put it on again, so the same thing gonna happen again. And he give me the number, he told me, okay, this is a number to call. And I called that number, that was the city. And they tell me, no, they can't help me, they give me another number to call. I called that number. And that person who I was talked to tell me I have to call the working department. I called the working department. I've been called for 2 days. And I left about 4 or 5 messages to call me back. They never called me back.
Can we get him some dirt?
Well, this violation was opened up on September 17th, so he's had quite some time now to try to get the arrangements done.
Okay.
So at this point, he hasn't really tried.
Well, does the city do that, though? Does the city?
As far as
He's
I'm,
basically saying, y'all messed up his lawn, now you want him to fix it.
as far as I'm aware of, there's no department that says, hey, I'm going to replace your dirt for free. If there was work being done and they damaged it or they, for some reason, messed up the dirt, then they would replace it within the reasonable amount of time if it were to happen. But at this point,
So is the city not acknowledging that they messed up the dirt?
I can't speak for another department. As far as we're concerned, the property is in violation, so he has had ample enough time to try to make the arrangements, and the city is requesting for compliance.
City said they ain't mess up your dirt. So you gotta get your own dirt and grass. All right? You have 30 days in which to do so.
Okay.
All right? Finding the violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 9th. Not done by January 9th, $250 per day until abated.
Item number 64, Officer Perez, customer Lander Andre, case number CESOD 2018-000021.
54? No, that's not.
My name is Lande Andre. I own 75 Northeast 131 Street. And
You been made aware of the violation?
no, I didn't know. I just got this paper to come to the court. I never know. I was surprised because he's my neighbor. When he told me about that, and I have a couple neighbors down over there got the same problem. I said, oh, and because they said they're gonna give you something for the grass. I said, the grass is not really my responsibility, but I don't have nothing. Because what happened, I have a big parking space for 10 vehicles. Me and my wife got only 5 vehicles. So
Only
we
5.
park inside. So every time we come, somebody park there, especially Jehovah's Witnesses. They park there.
Especially who?
And,
Especially who?
eh?
Who especially parks there?
Jehovah's Witnesses. I always talk. I say, no, this is not part of your point. I mean, this my, so they say, no, this is your parking. And so I cannot fight with them.
Right.
But anyway, I still will be happy to put that because I always keep mine.
They want you to fix the grass.
Yeah, I will, but at the same time, I have a permit, I have a construction on progress. So I feel like if you
wanna-
give me some time, the construction is finished. It will be better, so I can do better job. Because I'm going to make a landscaping all around my house. I always got landscaping.
Okay, how
Always.
much time you need?
Eh?
How much time you need?
It could be up to 3 months because they had a big place in the back, and I used to have
I'm gonna give you 2
Porsche.
months. I'm gonna give you 2 months.
Can you make it 3, please?
I'm gonna give you 2.
Because I don't want to come back here and beg you. Say they not finished. If you give me 3, if they finish before 3, you will say I will do it.
All right.
I love that.
All right.
I love what you ask. I love it better than you because I live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you 3.
Thank you very
But
much.
you will get no more from me.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
All right. So March.
20th.
Yes. Well, March 13th is the abatement date. Find out a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of March 13th. Not abated by March 13th. Then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 66, Officer Clark, customer Leonardo Rodriguez, case number CEFAW 2018-00296.
Oh, I missed it again.
Hello, my name is Leonardo Rodriguez, the owner of 975 Northeast 128th Street.
All right. You've been made aware of the violation?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any objections to the violation?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good morning, Wayne
City.
Clark City, North Miami Code Compliance. This is a case in reference to the iron fence condition at the front of his property. I did meet the gentleman a while back, I guess a couple of months ago. The violation was open in error for the former owner. He had just became the new owner, and in that case, I just told him, you need to prep the fence and repaint the fence and where it looks good or whatever. So I told him that I would have to close the case and reopen the case. So there was even more time that lapsed. I had gave him a heads up, even though, we had to update the records as far as the ownership. And then I resent the violation letter and everything, and I never got a response this time from him. Up until now, this is my first time seeing him this morning. I went by there on yesterday. The fence is still in the same condition. I have photos to support the violation that took on December 7th, and it's still in the same condition. Today, I'm going to show the homeowner first and submit for the record.
Yes, it is, yeah. Mhm.
So you acknowledge that that's your gate?
Oh, that is my gate, but nothing that he says accurate, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but the gate
So
is
it's my part. And I'm not a new owner. I have been there for 4 years. I never saw him before. I saw him about 2 months ago, like he said. And he mentioned that, and
So
I
you can't
told
say
him.
I never saw him before, but I saw him 2 months ago.
No, because he talked about a case that was reopened for the second time. Did I get it right? Or
Right,
not?
the first time.
I got it.
Yeah.
I only saw him one time, so he's talking about twice, and I
Well, he-
remember that.
He's aware of it. That's the bottom line. He's aware it's a violation.
I also got my own pictures, and I would
That's okay.
show it to someone how my house.
Show it to the inspector first. Show it to the inspector first.
Show it to me.
Oh.
I have to see it first. But we don't need the house, the gate, just the gate. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, but we're just concerned about the violation
Yeah,
Today.
violation.
today. Any of the gate? Any of those pictures are of the gate?
Yeah, couple of them.
Just show me the ones of the gate.
Just the pictures of the gate, the first couple. So there should be another one, there's 2 there, yeah. And he's had quite some time too, because the case was opened,
All right. And the picture, Mr. Clark, the pictures that you gave me, these pictures accurately depict the condition that existed at
Yes.
the time of the violation?
yes.
And how long ago did you take these pictures?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Obviously, it
Mr.
must be not
Clark's,
the whole gate.
And this is
so
the homeowner.
It's only certain sections of the gate he
All right.
took.
So, based on the pictures that I saw, it appears that the gate still needs to be prepped and painted.
I agree with
disagree?
him. I told him that the way it was done, it was originally done, was with a brush and he needs some static painting and spray it. I'm gonna need some time to do that. It cannot be done in 2 weeks. Me too. And that's why I said that the whole picture will make the difference because I moved there 4 years ago and it looked like a war
moved
zone.
there
And I
4
have
years-
brought the house to look that way.
You moved there 4 years ago, and in 4 years we couldn't get the gate in the condition.
Well,
that's approved
the
by
gate
city?
was the last thing in my priority because there was nothing literally in that house, and I brought it the way you saw it looks like.
But back
From
in
roof to landscaping.
But back in September, you were told that the gate was an issue for the city.
Like the paint, and I didn't agree with them.
So
I said I don't
September,
think that's
Octo-
an issue for the city that they have
October-
a couple of pieces.
October, November, we're now in December.
Oh yeah, no, I realize that, but I
so
do
we're not
not
talking
agree
about-
that that's an issue for the city. My house looks beautiful, and I take care of my house the best of my ability. That one may have to wait. I thought.
I agree
It's
with
a-
him on that.
It's an issue for the
But the
city
gate-
because it's a violation of the city's code.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
So
there's
we don't-
a lot
we
of
don't get to-
issues.
we don't get
Which
to
one
decide-
comes
we don't-
first is that is a decision that I made. Which one is more important for me to leave
Oh,
pleasantly?
okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's- okay. That's fine. Well, now you have 30 days in which to complete it. If you don't
Or
complete
30
it,
days to
Yeah.
make a
you have 30 days in which to complete it. If it's not completed within 30 days, then it's $250 per day until completed.
or 30 days to comply and tell them that I disagree with your judgment, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, good luck with that.
Mhm. No problem.
Just call me when you're ready for the reinspection after you finish.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell them that I disagree with the decision of the court, and then we'll go from there. I'll let you know what happened there.
All right.
Okay. Get those his photos for the record, because his photos which confirm the violation. So get the photos from the homeowner that he
Okay.
showed me for our record, because those photos confirm your photos which confirm the violation.
You can keep those. I got copy. Yeah. I got copy. All right.
Thank you. The violation, for the record, I find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 9th, not abated by January 9th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Thank you.
Item number 77, Officer Dorville, customer Pearline Turner, case number CEIVY 2018-00323.
Good morning. My name is Pearline Turner. I am the owner of the property, 1385 Northeast, 135th Street in North Miami, Florida, 33161.
Good morning. You've been made aware of the violation?
I got this letter on my home from work last week about the violation, which I know I had a red car parked in my yard, my daughter's car, which had a little the fender been broken. It's supposed to be fixed, but it wasn't taken to the mechanic as yet.
Okay. Just so you're clear, the violation is the fact that that vehicle is inoperable and it sits in the rear of your property, and in doing such, it is in violation of the city code.
That's what I understand, but I have it.
This was told to you back in August.
Pardon me?
This was first told to you back in August.
It was told to me in August?
Yeah, you received the notice of the violation back in August.
No. If it was sent to me, I did not receive it. I just received this one in the week. That's why I'm here, because I see it on my door in a plastic envelope. So I look at it and I never read it carefully, to be honest with you. And my daughter came over and said to me, "Mommy, you don't see a letter, you got to go to court." I said, "For what?" She said, "You didn't read the letter?" I said, "Yes, I see it, but I know it's because of the car. So you got to take it to Winter to get it fixed, because that's what happened." She said, "You got to go to court." So I had was to hurry up take a day from work today and come to court. I didn't know it was there before.
So what are you gonna do about the vehicle?
I got to take it out and put it to the mechanic shop to get it fixed.
How much time you need?
Maybe a week or two.
All right.
Thank you.
Find out a violation does exist as cited, issue an abatement date of January 9th, not abated by January 9th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Thank you.
I just want to, for the record, I just want to make the homeowner resident aware that there's two issues. Obviously, the vehicle, there's a flat tire, and the tag is not valid. So in order to make it operable, if you put it back on your property after getting it repaired, you have to make sure that the tag is valid and that the tires are obviously inflated. Just want to make that for the record. Copy?
Yes, I will do that as soon as the court is in properly. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Item number 88 through 91, Officer Golden, customer Rudd LHHA Bellhouse LLC, case number MHVL 2017-00922, MHVL 2017-00923, MHVL 2017-00924, and MHVL 2017-00925.
Which numbers?
Good morning. Good
88
morning
to
again, Your
88.
91.
Honor. Geraldine, property manager for RUG Bell House, Little Haiti Housing Association.
All right. So, I previously adjudicated this. So where are we at with these violations?
Well, we've, by the grace of God, we have a painting company that's going to come in and take care of it. I have the contract. We pulled the building permit. I have the building permit number and a copy of it with me. The scope of the job was supposed to start last week, but because of the holidays, we did not want to block people cars, so we gave everybody in the building notice that as of January, the first Monday of January, that we're going to be start to work at the building. So I bought a copy of the contract. Everything that's on violation is part of the contract, and the approval of the paint. We got the approval of the paint from the city. We submitted the building picture submit approval for the mesh. Okay, and we'll start the first week of January. We're just awaiting just for the first week of January.
So how much time you need? So how much total time you need?
Oh, for them to complete the job? He said this is a 5 to 6 week job. It should be done. Because what happened was the mesh is where the building had caught on fire. They have to pull that down and put some fiber or something in there. And they have to move those 3 people out. And then after that, they put up the ladder thing that they're supposed to climb. I don't know what it's called. And then we're supposed to block off the paint. And I think we got the permit to block off that parking
So 2 more
on
months,
140.
basically. It's about 2 more months.
Okay. 'Cause that's why this is all of it. So it's just
All right.
for us to take care of the work.
All right, February 13th.
All right,
I mean,
thank you, Your
February
Honor.
20th is the hearing.
Oh, no, it'll be done. Next time I see your pretty faces to tell you it's done.
All right.
You guys have a happy
Thank you.
holiday.
Appreciate you. Happy holidays. Shut up.
Item number 97, Officer Perez, customer Venice Raphael, case number CEOSV 2018-0083.
The only reason I do this is to see all you guys' pretty face. Which
Hello,
numbers
good
again?
morning.
Which number again?
I'm talking on behalf of my mother, Venice Raphael.
All right. Venice Raphael?
Yes.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'm speaking on the behalf of her because she's Creole. She need me to speak on the behalf of her.
She's what?
She's Haitian descent. I'm speaking on the behalf of her. She speaks Creole. But this is my truck. That's it. It's a.
You're speaking on behalf of her because it's your violation.
Yeah, it's my violation too.
Okay. All right. Oh, I say because we got some Creole interpreters.
Right.
Let's see. Residential neighborhood. How big is the truck? Oh, 450. It's a big truck.
Yeah.
Can't have it in a residential area.
Yeah, I was just coming to see if I get some more time to find, because it's my work truck.
I know.
And trying to see if I could find, is there anywhere in North Miami that they allow to park work trucks?
Not that I'm aware of. There could be some private lots that are zoned for commercial use, maybe, but I'm not sure.
Can't have those big things in the residential areas tearing up the roads.
Yeah, I see. I had parked it in the yard, like I parked it in my backyard, trying to see if it was.
Unfortunately, you can't do that.
The violation has been open since August 29th, so it has been ample enough time to find relocation.
Gotta find it. I'm gonna give you some more time, but you gotta find somewhere to go with that truck. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna give you 60 days.
All right. Thank you,
All right?
sir.
Find that a violation does exist is cited. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated. Or is that, excuse me, February 13th?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
She understood that. She understood that.
Item number 100, Officer Fuentes, customer Winnie Joseph, TRS, case number CENUS 2018-01276.
TRS means trust.
Morning.
TRS means trust. Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
I'm here. I live at 755 Northeast 146th Street.
And
I
to
live
who am I
there.
speaking?
Speaking to Hervey Joseph.
Okay, Mr. Joseph, what's your relationship to the Winnie Joseph Trust?
She's my younger sister.
But what's your position as it relates to the trust? This property is held by Winnie Joseph Trust. You have to be able to speak on behalf of the trust.
Okay.
Are you the trustee?
I'm here because I'm the one who is available to
Perhaps.
be here.
Okay.
So
Because the property is owned by a trust, then the trustee must appear before me. Or you must have a power of attorney from the trustee allowing you to speak on behalf of the trustee. Okay? What's the violation here?
it's about a dog that wandered in a nearby school premises, and someone notified me about it. She asked me about the dog if he had baby shot.
Do you live in the property?
I live there.
Okay. It's your dog?
He saw a dog. in the
Allow
house.
me to intervene. Officer Fuentes with the City of North Miami Animal Control. This case was closed. They had no longer have the dog. The dog was
put down?
No, it was somebody had they sold it.
Oh.
So.
Okay. All right, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Case dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We're doing ticket appeals now? We're doing ticket appeals now? That was quick. Everybody else is left is for ticket appeals? Oh, wow. 10? Whenever you're ready, call your first case.
The city will be calling item number 42, CTBPR 2018-00065, Helen Consuelo Rosero Marquez. Shayla Vasquez
morning.
on behalf of the city. Good morning.
Okay.
The city would like to call Officer Jay Perez. Officer, can you please state your name for the record? And where are you employed?
I'm sorry, the microphone was off. Officer Jose Perez. I'm employed with the City of North Miami Code Compliance Department.
And what is your position with the city?
I am a code enforcement officer.
And what is your responsibilities as a code enforcement officer?
As a code enforcement officer, my responsibilities include inspecting and patrolling areas to make sure everything is up to code and there are no open violations in the area.
Officer Perez, how many years have you been working as a code enforcement officer?
With the City of North Miami, I've been working as a code enforcement officer for 6 months.
Okay.
Prior to the city?
Prior to the city, I was working with the City of Miami Beach as an enforcement officer for almost 3 years.
Now, on or about November 15, 2018, did you issue a violation ticket to Helen Consuelo Rosero Marquez?
Yes, I did.
Is that ticket number 12555?
It might be.
I'm showing ticket number 12555.
Is there something that she can show you that would refresh your recollection?
This would be quick.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Yes, ticket number 12555.
Now, can you please explain the nature of the violation?
The violation is in regards to work being done without a valid permit. At the time, they did have a permit for windows that were being installed and a door, but there was additional work that was being done that needed to be permitted.
And what was that additional work that needed to be done?
It was work in the front porch. It was extending the front porch as well as leveling the front porch for the new doorway.
I'm now showing the violator composite photographs in this case.
Yes, that's correct.
May I approach, Judge?
Sure.
Officer, can you please take a look at those photos? Are those the photos related to this case?
Yes, they are.
And what do they depict?
They depict the work that was being done at the time, as well as the materials that were at the property, and the posting of the violation, as well as the stop work order.
Now, you were present at this property and you took these photos, correct?
Yes.
Did you see any permits displayed anywhere outside of the property?
No.
Now, do those photos depict work being done on the porch?
Yes.
Any objections to the photos?
Yes.
You have an objection to the photos?
No, not at all.
Now, is this work the type of work that requires a permit?
Yes.
Did you ever get an opportunity to speak to anybody on the property?
Yes, I did.
Who did you speak with?
I spoke with the plaintiff.
Okay, and what did your conversation entail?
We generally spoke about the permitting situation, that the permits required for said work needed to be applied for.
Okay, and what did the plaintiff tell you?
He advised that he was under the impression that the permits he did have on file were suffice for the work that he was performing.
Did you get an opportunity to look at those permits?
Yes.
And did they have a description regarding work to be conducted for the front porch?
Yes, they entailed the replacement of the windows and the front door.
But nothing regarding the front porch, the additional work being done that's depicted in the photos?
Correct.
I have no further questions for this witness.
And these photos do accurately depict the condition that existed at the time that you were cited?
Yes, sir.
This magistrate takes judicial notice of the photos, has assumed that the city is seeking to enter them as evidence.
Yes.
All right. So entered. State your name for the record.
Actually, I was working.
Just state your name for the record.
And
your address.
Jorge Herrera, 205 Northwest, 128th Street.
And what's your relationship to the property?
Owner.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was working on the floor. I didn't know that I need a permit just to pour 2 inches of concrete on top of the concrete, existing concrete. But he told me that that was a violation, and I already placed the permit. I'm just trying to get the permit just to be
So you admit that that work was being done at the time?
Correct.
All right. Having heard the testimony evidence presented, find that the violation that the citation was issued properly, and uphold said violation. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Here goes, guys. So I let you get that done this time. Next time we're going back to my procedure now.
Next, the city would like to call item number 50, CTBPR 2018-00063, Jean-Claude Pierre, NW.
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Hi, my name is Martha Pierre, speaking on behalf of Jean-Claude Pierre and Rita Pierre, the owners of the property. Those are my mother and father.
Is Jean-Claude Pierre here?
No, he was unable to come.
And what's his wife's name?
Rita Pierre.
Is Rita here?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Rita?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rita, go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Do you know the address?
Okay. My name is Rita Pierre, and my address is 124 Telefour.
All right.
Northeast West Avenue.
Ms. Pierre, you received a citation issued to you by the city. Are you contesting this citation?
Yeah, she was issued a
She has to answer.
Oh. I can't speak on behalf of her?
No. She's the property owner and she's president. She doesn't have a language issue.
Oh.
Ms. Pierre, you received the ticket. Are you contesting the ticket? Do you disagree with the ticket?
Yes.
You do?
But
if you disagree with the ticket, then I'll have the city prove its case. If you don't disagree with the ticket, then I won't waste the time.
You don't want me to talk?
I mean, it's your property. It's your decision. All right, you
guys
guys can talk to each other, but she has to talk on the record.
Yes.
All right, go. So I'm gonna call her as your witness. What do you want to tell me?
Thank you. My mom was issued the citation, but on her defense, we never knew we had to pull a permit for a toilet. My mom suffers from arthritis, so the toilet that we have now, she needs one for her to be able to get low without hurting her knees.
But you do recognize that at the time that they issued the citation, no permit was given.
Yeah, because we never knew we needed one for a toilet. I even went to the city. I met with him.
That's what these for the edification of everybody in the room. These tickets are just basically saying that at the time that the ticket was issued, a violation existed. Okay?
If he says the violation existed, I never knew it was a violation.
You know that old saying, right?
No, really.
But you know that old saying, right?
Which old saying?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
No, which is true, but
all right.
My mom would never place herself in a condition to bring more problems. She's in a fixed income. My dad on a fixed income. Anyway, we didn't know.
How much is the citation?
$500, Judge.
I look for plumbers. I have the evidence.
Have you applied for the permit?
I have not, because the amount that they're charging is not feasible for my mom yet. So
is there a waiver process? Is there a waiver process for the fees? Anybody know? Code, building, anybody? No one knows?
That would pertain with the building department. As far as we're aware, we can't give the correct answer.
She was quoted like $700, and then with the permit, That's a $200. I'm assuming that runs it $1,000 just to flip a toilet, which she don't have. And like I said, she didn't know that it was a problem. And all she trying to do is get a better toilet so she could sit and
Wayne
her
Clark City,
business.
North Miami Code Compliance, if I may interject.
Sure.
She may be able to pull that permit as a homeowner. So she need to check next door with the building department. They may alleviate some of the cost. On as far as anything else, she would have to question the building department about it.
And Judge, it is within your discretion if Your Honor wanted to change the amount of the penalty.
That's what I really want. That's what I really wanted to ask.
Yes, so it's within Your Honor's discretion if you wanted to change the amount of the penalty.
Okay, that's what I really wanted to do.
And if Your Honor could give my mom some time to find a plumber, because I have found some. One of them works with a union. He couldn't give his information. He felt like he could come to the city and flash his ID. The other one came to the house. He did the inspection, gave us a quote, told me he had a license, but when it came time to fill out the paperwork, no license.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find that a violation did exist at the time that this citation was issued. Therefore, I'm upholding the citation. I'm reducing the fine of the citation to $100, and I'm giving you 90 days to comply.
Thank you so much.
And court costs. Can't escape those. Somebody out there not happy. Does she have a case? Call her case. Yeah, call her case.
67?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Call her case. Is 67 a ticket issue? Okay. I'm gonna let you do your thing again. I'm gonna let you do your. I'm gonna let you present your whole case again. You don't want to?
What? I can't
Like
hear this.
like you did it the first time. We're gonna let you do it like you did it the first time.
Okay.
All right.
Were you
Go.
okay with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's my way. It's just faster.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
This is item number 67, CTBPR 2018-00073, LeBron Zhang.
Ma'am, go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Necesito un traductor porque no sé.
Madam Interpreter.
Yes. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Yadiana Hernandez.
All right. City, go ahead and with your case.
The city would like to call witness Officer Jay Perez. Can you please state your name for the record?
My name is Jose Perez.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed with the City of North Miami Code Compliance Department.
And what is your responsibility as a Code Compliance Department officer?
As a code enforcement officer, my responsibility is to enforce the city ordinances and observe for any open violations throughout the area that I patrol.
And for how long have you been working with the city of North Miami in that position?
I've been working with the City of North Miami for approximately 6 months in
And
the
before then?
capacity. Before this, I was working with the City of Miami Beach as an enforcement officer for approximately 3 years.
Now, on or about December 1st, 2018, did you issue a violation in this case?
Sounds about right.
I'm now going to be showing the violator ticket number 12565. Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Officer, I'm showing you the ticket violation in this case. Do you recognize that ticket?
Yes.
Was that ticket issued by you?
Yes.
Was that issued in this case to LeBron Zhang at 15 Northwest 127th Street?
Yes.
Can you please explain to the court the nature of the violation in this ticket?
So the citation was issued for work being done at the property without a permit. They installed a fence.
At this time, the city would like to introduce the ticket into evidence.
Granted.
Officer Perez, did you take photographs in this case?
Yes.
You took photographs of the property?
Yes.
At this time, the city is showing the violator photographs of the property.
Okay.
Do you recognize those photos?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize those photos?
I took said photographs.
When did you take those photographs?
On December 1st, 2018 at approximately 12:40 p.m.
Do they depict a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that day?
Yes.
And what do the photographs depict regarding the fence?
They depict a fence that was installed on the left side of the property as well as a iron fence on the right side of the property.
What kind of material is the fence on the left side of the property made out of?
Wooden fence.
And was that fence there before?
Negative.
Was the fence, the iron fence on the right side of the property, was that there before?
Negative.
And how do you know that?
Well, I patrolled the area actively, and I did not see the fences prior to that. I also went and did research on Google Earth that showed images other than what depicted at the moment.
I'm showing the violator a photo of Google Earth of the home.
So in the 6 months that you've been with the city of North of Miami, you had an opportunity to patrol that area before?
Yes, that is my assigned zone.
And in patrolling that area, you've come upon this house before?
Correct.
And you didn't see the gate during those observations of the property?
Prior to that, no.
Okay.
Now, Officer Perez, did you have an opportunity to walk around the property?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice any permits posted anywhere?
No.
Now, is this kind of work, installing a fence, a type of work that you would need a permit for?
Yes.
But there was no permit, correct?
Correct.
Did you ever have an opportunity to speak to the homeowner?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, the state would like to introduce the Google Earth image into evidence along with the photos.
Ma'am, you had an opportunity to view the photos?
The ones that were shown, yes.
And do they accurately depict the condition that exists on your property?
The one that you showed me before? No, the one.
All 4 photos.
De las cuatro fotos. Yes.
Okay. Granted. This magistrate takes notice of and enters the photographs into evidence. Anything else?
Judge, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right. Ma'am, you've heard the testimony of the witness. Do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes. We live in Massachusetts, and they have already tried to enter the property. The original fence was placed. We only put some wooden plywood so they wouldn't jump inside the area.
Who is they?
Or plywood. ¿Quiénes son ellos? ¿Quiénes son ellos? I mean, my husband and I work for the owners. And because people have entered the property, cuando usted dice quién, ellos, ¿quiénes son ellos? Que han entrado a la propiedad, ¿quiénes? Some people who jump over there.
Okay. Did you guys install the fence?
¿Ustedes instalaron esa cerca? Yes.
All right. Do you have any other testimony? Do you have testimony that you'd like to give other than what's been offered already?
I have a photo of how it was originally. We only placed.
Are your clients new owners of the property?
My boss, yes.
Do you know when they purchased the property?
About 2 years ago.
Okay. All right. She has photos?
Yes, Judge. I don't know if you want an opportunity to look at them.
Do you want me to see the photos you have?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may inquire, when was the photographs taken? When was her photographs taken?
Today?
That one in the house in the back area.
Are there any photos of the front of the house? Because that's the violation, is the two fences in the front.
The ones on the side?
Correct, in the front of the house.
That's the one to the right side. And the one on the left side was already there. When the property was acquired.
Okay. Based upon the evidence and the testimony given, find that the citation was properly issued, uphold said citation. That's it, right? That's all I gotta do, right? So I uphold it, right? That's all. Do I have to give them additional time? Or no? That's what I thought. So all I do is uphold them. Yeah. All right. You got to get a permit for that.
Okay.
And remember, even if it was there before, violations run with the property. So each owner of the property inherits the violation.
So then I have to ask for permit.
Yep.
And the ticket, I have to pay the ticket?
Yep.
See. Okay. Thank you.
Just so you know, it's called an after-the-fact permit.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm going to write it down for
Next case.
The city would like to call item number 60, CTBPR 2018-00070, Julian Aduris.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Julian Aduris, owner of the house located on 235 Northeast 124th Street.
Have you have an opportunity to be acquainted with the violation?
Yes.
And do you object to the violation?
Yes, I hired an architect.
You object because the violation didn't exist at the time that you were cited, or you object because you don't think the violation was fair or something?
I found after he gave me the violation that there was a violation, and so I didn't thought I was violating the code. I hired someone that didn't explain all the procedures to me.
But as we sit today, you understand that the activity that existed at the property at that time was in fact a violation? Is that your understanding?
Right now I understand, so yes.
And so you're saying that you recognize it was a violation, therefore you don't object to the fact that you received a ticket?
Well, I called the architect that charged me for all these plans that I showed Officer Perez the day he was giving me the ticket.
Seems like you don't want to admit to the violation.
Because I did work before at my house, and I did all the right procedure, but this time I hired an architect. He charged me $4,000 for the plans, and I thought he was going to present it to the city. Verbally, he told me, you can start with the remodeling now on November 2nd.
So you got bad, what you're saying is that you got bad advice.
If I may, he paid someone to submit the permits for him, but they never submitted him.
Here is the
but you understood that the work that was being sought required a permit.
Yes, right.
All right. So then you understand that when you got the ticket, it was because there was no permit that existed and the work that required a permit, right?
I found that after I was given the ticket.
Here's what he's saying. He's saying that, listen, I know that I had to get a permit for the work that I wanted to get done. I had to get a permit for it. But I hired somebody to do that, and they didn't do it, unbeknownst to me. That's what he's saying.
Correct, Judge. That's his relationship with his architect, and that's something that he needs to take up with him. But at the end of the day, there is a violation regarding him getting the work done, and there being a conversion on the property. So if the architect didn't do it, that's something that he needs to take up with the architect. But at the end of the day, he's the property owner.
And so you understand?
And he's responsible.
So you understand?
Since then, I hired some other person that is charging me more than the original one, and he has already corrected the problem.
All right. But at the time that the violation, at the time the citation was issued, there was in fact a violation, and so the citation was correctly issued. Therefore, I uphold that said citation. All right.
Can you please like cut me some rope? I already spent. I'm in debt already.
The architect that you hired to do the work for which he did not do, I would suggest that you get a reimbursement.
He explained to me that his verbal indication to go ahead with the work, that included me going to the city to do the owner-builder affidavit. And I thought that me hiring an architect and an engineer to do all these work, that included the permits. And he said on the phone, he told me, no, I was telling you to start with the permits. But I hired the contractor already.
I again suggest that your remedy is with your contractor.
He's already
the previous
done
one. All right? That's my decision. Thank you.
So I have to pay the fine, the $500.
Yeah. I suggest that you seek reimbursement from the first guy.
Okay.
Next one.
The city would like to call item number 84, CTBPR 2018-00056, Remus Caesar.
See, so imagine if you would have went through your whole testimony and then had to have that conversation.
My name is Remus Caesar. I live on 195 Northeast, 134th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161.
All
I'm
right.
the owner.
Have you been made aware of the citation, correct?
Yes.
And do you have any objection to the citation as it was issued on that day?
No, I don't have any objection. However, and I didn't know when you're going to do work in the...
I'm going to let you explain, but I'm going to, based upon the fact that you don't object, I'm upholding the citation. Okay?
Okay.
But you can explain. You can tell me on the record.
Yeah. I didn't know I have to put a permit for the toilet because I already put for the roof and other stuff. And when I were
Why did you think that the toilet was included in the roof and other stuff?
Ignorance. I didn't know, but when the officer let me know, I went immediately to comply with the city ordinance to apply for after the fact permit. And I have everything, it's already there. I just want to ask the judge to waive the fee for me because it's a violation, but I just want under the grace. I just beg for grace. I don't have any income right now.
How much did the permit cost you?
I don't know yet because I have to pull.
I thought you said you went immediately there and got the permit. I thought you said you immediately went and got the permit.
Yeah, I applied for it.
There's an application fee, right?
After the fact, and I have to pull it electrical. I didn't know any electrical thing. They want me to submit.
But there's an application fee, right?
Yeah, there's an application fee.
How much did you pay?
I don't know how much is it right now because they told me it could be 200 and 300 for each, for the electrical, for the plumbing. And the general contractor was the one in charge, put everything. I already paid $1,500.
You've already paid, you said?
The general contractor for plumbing and electrical.
To do the work?
To submit the permit, all the requirement the zoning asked for. And they submit the electrical twice, They couldn't read properly, and this week the electrician is going to submit it again. And it's I just talked to Officer Ose, and it's in the system, and I want to comply with the city because I want my city to look beautiful.
Why did you pull a permit for the other things?
There was a general contractor for the roof and for the
Renovation?
shelters. Yes.
You did a renovation? Is that what you were doing?
No, it was a renovation. It was the shelters and the.
Oh, the shutters.
The shelters and the roof. There was another general contractor.
I'm gonna keep it as it is.
Can you give me any break? Because immediately I went to complying with the I didn't know at the beginning, but as soon as I was aware of it.
I don't see how you could have thought that the toilet would have been included with shutters and a roof.
Because it was under the city program.
Under the city program?
Yes, it's
with the CRA program.
Yeah, the CRA program. Yeah.
Educate me.
The city has a program that helps the property owners beautify and renovate their properties.
So it doesn't necessitate them pulling permits?
I'm not aware of how they work. I do know they supply the funds. As to the permitting process and the hiring process, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Your Honor. If I knew, I will not do anything with her. I promise. It was ignorant.
Sometimes some people make a common sense leap, and I'm willing to see how a person can make that connection. Says, listen, if you had a permit because you were renovating your bathroom, and the city came in and said, he said he was going to replace the sink, and then he replaced the sink in the toilet, so we fined him for not getting a permit for or including the toilet in the permit. I could say, well, he was doing stuff in his bathroom, maybe he thought it was all included. I can make that leap for you. I can make those connections for you. But to tell me that you got a permit for the roof and then a permit for the shutters, I don't see how you would think that that's included. That's all. I can't make that common sense leap with you.
It wasn't me pull the permit. It was the general contractor was doing the job for the city.
But it's still it's still a property's owner's responsibility.
Yeah. For the toilet, I didn't know we have to, inside. When I went to the zoning, they said, they give me a date. It's only for the tile. That's why they told me it's only for the tile. And if for painting inside, you don't need to put a permit. But I thought, and you didn't need to put a permit for not, if you're adding something, you need a permit. But as soon as they told me that, and I went and complied with the city, that's I'm not contesting, say, okay, it's not a violation, but I just want to ask you to waive the fee for me because I comply immediately with the ordinance.
No, and I'm not going to waive the fee. Sorry. All right. That's my decision. Next case.
The city would call item number 71, CTJNK 2018-00004, Marlon Gaitan and Bessie Manuelas Trucios.
My name is Marlon Gaitens. I live in 12155 North Miami Avenue, 33168. I'm the owner of the property.
The city would like to call its witness, Officer Jay Perez. Can you please state your name for the record?
Officer Jose Perez.
And where are you employed?
Let me interrupt again. Let me interrupt. Did you make your appearance? All right. Are you objecting to the citation? Are you saying that the violation did not exist when they issued the citation?
Yeah, there exists because I'll put my cater or my works on the side of the house. Yeah, that's
based upon and with that admission, I uphold the citation. If you want to make any statements for the record, you can.
Yes, they don't know anymore. I moved already. I rent the warehouse for moving. So, but they put a ticket because they didn't give me no more time. But I don't know how to call him to give him more times. So that's the reason why I call him. So they'll give me more time. So, but right now I'm moving already. I'm moving to the warehouse the warehouse of my company that have it.
Okay.
So the caterer is no more there in my house.
All right. Thank you. Next case.
Item number 76, CTOSV 2018-00006, Othonio LaBranche and W. Rosaline.
Which number?
Yes, my name is Otonio Lebranche. I'm living 230 Northeast, 123rd Street, North Miami, Florida, 32161.
Okay. You are aware of the violation, correct?
Yes.
And are you denying that the violation existed at the time that they issued the citation?
Yeah, I deny because he gave me a violation for the chalk.
You said you deny it?
Yes.
So you're saying that the conditions that they gave you a citation for didn't exist at that time?
No, that means I got a chalk.
Now listen to the question.
Yeah.
Because I want you to answer directly the question that's being asked. They gave you a citation on a particular day, saying that on that day, this violation existed. Are you saying that it did not exist?
No.
Okay. City.
The city would like to call Jay Perez. Can you please state your name for the record?
Officer Jose Perez
And where are you employed?
with the City of North Miami.
And how long have you been employed at the city of North Miami?
I've been employed with the City of North Miami for approximately 6 months.
And what is your position there?
I am a code enforcement officer.
And prior to that, where were you working?
I was working for the City of Miami Beach for approximately 3 years.
Now, did you ever have any experience with vehicle enforcement in Miami Beach?
Correct. That was my specialty in Miami Beach.
Can you please explain to the court a little bit about that?
So with the City of Miami Beach, I was tasked to enforce vehicle enforcement, such as oversized vehicles, restricted vehicles and areas, as well as enforcing the parking situation at the City of Miami Beach.
So you have some experience with vehicles and their weight amounts in that regard, correct?
Yes.
I'm now showing the violator the ticket issued on November 19, 2018.
Let's call him the property owner.
The property owner.
Yeah, I'm appropriate. Yeah, yes, yeah.
May I approach? Officer Perez, is that the ticket that you issued the property owner?
Yes.
And what is the violation on that ticket?
The violation is for an oversized vehicle being stored in a residential area.
And on what date did you issue that violation?
This violation was issued on November 19th, 2018.
The city would like to introduce the ticket into evidence at this time.
This is the ticket that you got, right?
Yes.
All right. The ticket is admitted.
Officer Perez, did you have an opportunity to view the property?
Yes.
And did you take photographs of the property?
Yes.
I'm showing the property owner photographs that were taken of the property.
Yeah, that's.
Sir, these pictures that she's showing you, do they accurately depict the condition that existed at that time?
Yeah, just like that. Okay.
May I approach?
Yes, no? Are the pictures accurate?
There's a picture just like that. You don't see the chalk. That's it. The chalk is I'm loading my chalk. The chalk not even parked there. I'm just loading the chalk because the chalk is in the storage.
All right.
Yeah, the chalk is in the storage. I just loading the chalk.
Okay.
May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
Officer Perez, can you please take a look at these photographs? When were these photographs taken by you?
The first one was taken August 31st, 2018, when I first observed violation. On August 31st, 2018, I issued a warning for that photograph. On the second photograph, we're now on November 19th, 2018, and these are photographs of the same truck at the property again. On the final photograph, we have the citation that was posted, as well as the resident taking the citation off the door.
Now, do you know the weight amount of that truck that's on that property?
The weight amount of that vehicle is over 1.5 tons.
And how do you know that?
With my prior experience as a enforcement officer for the City of Miami Beach, I have the knowledge and experience for that, as well as the weight class for that vehicle is above that of an F-350, which would be the maximum of 1.5 tons allowed in the City of North Miami.
Did you have any special training with the city of your prior occupation?
Yes, I did.
Can you please explain to the court a little bit about that training?
So with the City of Miami Beach, they have active training and showings of what the violations are and how to enforce them, as well as the vehicle category sizes for the oversized vehicle training.
Now, while you were there, did you ever notice anybody unloading any items from that truck?
Negative, there was no one unloading the truck at the time of the violation.
Your Honor, I'm showing the property owner 2 more photographs of the property on a different date.
Yeah, because anytime the truck in the storage, okay? And then if he just passed by, you see the truck parked, and then I'm finished loading the truck. I went inside my house to take the truck and the storage. He just take the picture like that. Because this guy, he like a 2 hour in my yard, you know.
We'll get to that in a minute. But
yeah.
That's your home, right?
Yes.
In a photo, and that's the vehicle, right?
Yeah, the vehicle not there. It's not there. I just load the vehicle and then bring the vehicle back to the.
I'll give you an opportunity.
Yes.
All right.
If I may.
Officer Perez, I've passed up photographs of the date December 8th. Do you recognize those photos?
Yes.
Did you take those photographs?
Yes.
Are they a fair and accurate depiction of the photographs that you took on December 8th of the property?
Yes.
The city would like to introduce all photographs into evidence, Your Honor.
Photographs are thereby admitted.
Can you please explain what's depicted in the photographs?
So on the final photograph that we passed up, what we see is a vehicle again being stored on December 8th, 2018. This was now, again, a violation after the fact of the civil violation ticket that was issued.
Now, on December 8th, the latest photographs that we just witnessed here, did you see anybody unloading anything from the truck?
No, it was stationed there several hours prior to that.
And how do you know that?
Because it took me about an hour between my research and the issuance of the other citations that I did at that block.
So on August 31st, November 19th, and December 8th, you witnessed that truck on that property, correct?
Yes.
And on August 31st, November 19th, and December 8th, there was no unloading at any time of that truck, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Perez.
Yes, sir.
This home is within your zone?
Yes, sir. It's my assigned zone.
You've had an opportunity prior to these particular sightings. Had you have an opportunity to observe this property?
Yes, and I have given several warnings prior to that.
Have you ever seen any other vehicle parked in that space where the truck is at?
Yes, different vehicles.
So there are vehicles that are parked in that space other than the truck?
Yes, the truck comes and goes.
Mr. LaBranche. You have any questions for this witness?
My question is, okay, I've been living there for 30 years, you know.
You've been a who?
Yeah, I've been living over there for 30 years. And then I got a flea market business, you know. So my truck in the store, I just get the truck and load the truck, you know. So I have to bring the truck back to the storage, you know.
What's the storage?
I'm working for the Miami-Dade County Public School, you know. So my truck in the store at the school garage, yeah.
You store this truck at the schoolyard?
Yeah.
Do you have any special permission?
Yeah, the director, yeah, the director give it to.
Do you have anything in writing?
No, I can't call because my truck is in the store right now. The job is open. My truck in the store right now at the school.
You store it overnight?
Yeah, overnight, day and night. Day and night.
Judge, if I may, under, if Your Honor can take judicial notice, Chapter 29, 5-1406D, no truck in excess of 1.5 ton load capacity shall be stored or parked. Clearly here we see that it's been parked in any residential area of the city unless said truck is actively engaged in the loading or unloading of materials. Here you have the officer who testified that in the 3 different instances where the property owner had the truck on property, it was parked. We're not necessarily considering where it's stored. Here we're going under subsection D where we're talking about it was parked and there was no actively unloading. So therefore, he is in violation of this code.
I mean, even in the photos, you don't see nobody doing anything.
Correct. And under Florida Statute 30 on the parking violations, it is also a violation to have the vehicle in a residential area.
May I ask you a question?
So you're not even supposed to be riding a vehicle in a residential area.
Correct.
Can I ask you a question?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I park my truck in the store. Okay, I'm working for the country. Okay. So when I bring my truck back in the store, so the truck is still like for 15, 20 minutes, you know. So and I'm go back to work, bring my truck to the storage, you know. It might be past see the truck for for 10, 15 minutes, you know.
I think there's 2 things that the city is trying to make you aware of.
No, because I don't leave the truck overnight.
You wanted me to address it,
Yeah.
so now I'm going to address it.
Yes.
All right? There's 2 things for which the city is trying to make you aware of. One, that the state, right, there's a statute that says a vehicle of your weight should not be driven within residential areas, which means that you're not to use the roads in the residential areas with that type of vehicle because it is too heavy for the roads and causes damage to the roads. Secondly, the city code says you can't park it here unless you're loading or unloading. And each time, it's been the testimony of the officer that each time that he's come to you about the issue or he's looked at the issue, there was no loading or unloading activity occurring at the time. And he's provided photos that shows that even when he took the photos, there was currently no loading or unloading that was occurring at that time.
I understand.
So it's not a storage. It's not a storage issue.
No, but
they're saying that 1, you can't be driving that truck in the neighborhood.
No.
And 2, you definitely can't be parked there unless you're loading and unloading. And each time you weren't doing either.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Anytime if you see the truck, that's how I'm loading the truck, and then I'm finished loading the truck, then I'm gonna take a truck back to where I'm working. You know, so that's it.
If I may clarify, the Florida statute indicates to the parking, not the driving of the truck.
That's the issue, is that the trucks are too heavy to be on the roads in those particular areas. All right. So that's your issue. Okay, you can't park it there. You can't park it there. That's bottom line.
I'm not. I'm just pass by. Just pass by with the truck. I'm not leave the truck there. I'm not leave the truck there because I know it's not looking good for me, for nobody to leave my truck there. But my truck's not there. I just passed by. Just passed by. By the time you passed by, I just passed by. I didn't leave the truck there. Truck wasn't there. How many times you pass? You see the truck there? No. The truck is in the storage.
I uphold the citation based on testimony heard and evidence presented. I uphold the citation. All right. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He wasn't loading or unloading. And the city ordinance says you have to be loading or unloading. Okay, you're trying to see them in conjunction with one another. You're looking at them in conjunction with one another. Well, at least in one occasion it was over an hour. I I mean, that's your discretion. I mean, technically, that's all the enforcement officer's discretion. Next case.
Item number 56, CTRE 2018-00005, Jonathan Como.
Which number again?
Item number 56.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy holidays. My name is Jonathan Como. I am the homeowner at 380 Northwest 131st Street.
Okay.
North Miami, Florida 33168.
All right. Removal of tree removal without valid permit on file. All right. Are you objecting to the fact that a violation existed at the time of citation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So at the time of this citation was given, you had already obtained a permit for the removal of the tree?
No.
Because that's what we're here for.
I understand. Our argument is actually, well, one, we weren't aware that we needed a permit to remove a tree, but then the second part of the argument is we do not believe it is a tree. We think it's a shrub.
Oh.
Which we have also pictures, and I have also researched.
See, I was going to,
this.
first one I was like, but the second one,
We believe it's actually called a cypress shrub, which I have pictures matching some documentation here.
A tree by any other name?
Yes. It looks basically looks like a Christmas tree.
All right, let's see the pictures.
So here's all of the research that I have. Should I provide it to you?
Photographs.
Here are the photographs.
Let me see if it's just evident based on the photographs as to whether it's a tree or a shrub.
And you'll see in those photographs that we are trying our best to uphold your Keep North Miami Beautiful. We're trying to make our property as beautiful as possible. You'll see the last picture is the most current picture of our property. The first ones are of the original condition that we received it in.
This is the tree or the shrub?
No, that's actually another tree that was next to the shrub that we've cleaned up and kept. We actually still have that tree.
Any pictures of the shrub?
Of the original shrub
Yeah,
itself?
yeah.
I have pictures from actually a real estate website that showed the tree.
So basically, these are after the fact pictures.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to show that we're trying to make an effort to make the property as beautiful as possible. But I can show you.
Right, we want to obtain beautification that is code compliant.
Absolutely. I have a picture of the shrub in question on my phone, if you'd like to see that.
Sure. Does the city have any pictures of the shrub in question?
Yes, Your Honor.
Show the property owner first.
Yes. And also, I wanted to also bring up the second part of this. I believe it was Officer Perez. He came, he spray painted the stump of where the shrub was originally at. Then he also spray painted part of the bulk pickup that we had put on the side of the road for pickup. The vast majority of that pickup was not from the shrub. It was from cherry bushes that were lining the west side of our property against the sidewalk, where we currently put in a new fence. So I can understand the confusion as he's showing up and he's seeing a huge pile, but he's thinking that it's from one tree. It's actually from multiple bushes that were lining our property that we removed on the same day.
Awesome.
And Judge, I'm passing up photos that were taken November 8th, and also 2 images of the front and back of the property from June 2018 that shows the before where the tree was at.
So these are depicting what?
That depicts, that's the Google image, that depicts photographs of the property from June 2018. I wanted Your Honor to get a view of what it looked like before.
Where's the shrub?
And
or
the tree is in the back of the house, Judge.
So this is not a picture of the back of the house. It's not among these plants.
Those are some of the cherry bushes that were lining my property that I was talking about.
Right.
I actually have a picture it's actually from Realtor.com of the actual shrub. It's looking right at the shrub, and you see the bushes in the back.
And when was this taken, this photograph? I mean, we don't know when that photo was taken, but the Google Earth image was taken June 2018, a couple of months ago.
This is June 2018.
Okay.
I'm already thinking to myself, that's a pretty thick stump for a shrub.
It is, and I can understand your thinking. Our thinking when we were removing it, we saw that basically half of that shrub was already dead. I don't know if you can see on the one picture where we're taking it down, basically the back half of the entire stump is black, brown, it's dead. So we were just trying to make our yard as beautiful as possible. We weren't aware that we needed to get a permit to remove trees. Yeah, you can't zoom in on it.
Yeah, it won't let me zoom
It's
in.
the taller, skinnier tree. The taller, skinnier one.
With the brown stuff in, like it's dead at the top?
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually familiar with that, and I would probably consider that a tree as well.
I can understand. We have...
I actually have a tree like that in my yard. My grandma had one too. That's why I had it planted. So yeah, I'm gonna consider that a tree. And there was no permit. If there was no permit that existed at the time that it was removed, then the ticket was proper.
Well, how would I be able to prove, for instance, if I had a sampling of that shrub, would I be able to?
Who would you be relying on to determine whether it was a tree or a shrub? See,
Well,
because the city's position is that it's a tree, right? It's tall enough. It's got a thick base. They're saying, listen, this is a tree. You're saying, listen, this isn't a tree. This is a shrub. What do you have other than you're pronouncing that it to be a shrub, that is in fact a shrub?
Well, I have research. I have pictures. I have articles that show it's a shrub. I have pictures that almost match identically the picture from my property of that tree that shows that it's a shrub. We were thinking about actually bringing in a sample, but obviously you wouldn't be able to test it to find out if it was a tree or a shrub here.
All right, let's have
moment.
this hearing. Go ahead. Let's have the hearing. Go ahead.
The city would like to call Officer Perez. Officer Perez, can you please state your name for the record?
Officer Jose Perez.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed with the City of North Miami.
And how long have you been employed at the City of North Miami?
I've been employed with the City of North Miami for approximately 6 months.
And what is your position there?
I am a code enforcement officer.
And before that, where did you work?
I worked for the City of Miami Beach for approximately 3 years.
And what were your duties there?
I was an enforcement officer in the capacity of vehicle enforcement.
Now, these past 6 months that you've been working at the City of North Miami, can you please tell us a little bit about what you do?
I patrolled my assigned zone and I observed for any open violations that need to be addressed. I
Now-
also
Go ahead, sorry.
issue citations for said violations.
Now, in your experience these past 6 months, have you ever issued or come across any tickets for Section 29.52301, tree removal without a valid permit?
Yes, several.
Several, okay. I'm now showing the homeowner the ticket violation in this case, 12554. May I approach?
Let me ask you a question while I was doing that. How do you know whether a particular tree requires a permit?
Under the section code, it doesn't state what type of trees need to require a permit. They just state that you need a permit to remove a tree.
Does the code specify any vegetation in terms of height or width, or does it say what type of breeds, anything? Does it give any clarity, such as that?
It does not specify. The only exceptions are for protected trees. At that point, it will be considered tree abuse, as well as tree removal without a permit.
So it's your best guess at the time?
Well, prior, we had an arborist working for the city, and they would make the determination. But as far as I'm aware of, we don't have an arborist. We have a third-party vendor that does the inspections now.
But that didn't occur here?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead, City.
Officer Perez, can you please tell the court how you came into the ticket violation?
I was patrolling my area looking for bulk trash violations, was around the time for the bulk trash pickup. That's when I came across the bulk trash overage, at which point I noticed it was a fresh cut on the limbs that were placed in the swell area. I also inspected the property, and I found the stump of said tree on the property.
I'm now showing the homeowner 4 photographs of his property. May I approach? Officer Perez, I'm showing you 4 photographs. When were you the person that took these pictures?
Yes.
When did you take these pictures?
On November 8th, 2018 at approximately 2:36 p.m.
And what do the photographs depict?
They depict the tree stump of said tree, as well as an overage of bulk trash with just tree debris, as in limbs and branches.
Now, when you first approached the property, what was it that called your attention to the area?
The overage of the debris.
Can you explain to the court where the tree was actually cut on the property?
On the side of the property, as in the west side of the property.
And there are some markings on the trees and in those photos. I believe it's orange spray paint. Can you explain what that is?
So the orange spray paint on the debris in the swell area was sprayed to notify the waste haulers not to pick up said pile because it is over and the city was not going to allow it to be picked up. And the tree stump was sprayed to differ the stump from the background to make it noticeable in the pictures.
Now, could you tell by what you observed that day how fresh the cuts were?
They appeared to be very fresh. It was a very recent cut to the tree.
And how do you know that?
It was still very bright brown towards the khaki color, and it was very, the leaves were very, much so that they were still in color, they were still alive, they hadn't turned brown yet.
Now, there's another tree depicted in that photograph that's not the said tree in question. Do you consider that to be a tree? If you can look through the photographs?
Yes.
Okay. And do you consider the tree, the said tree in question, to be a tree on the property owner's backyard?
Yes.
And why is that?
The size of the stump as well as the size of the debris. Normally, when it's a tree, it has a very large and thick stump, as seen in the photographs.
Now, you stated that you've had several encounters as a code enforcement officer these past 6 months with giving the citation of tree removal without a permit, correct?
Yes.
Now, in those situations, when you encountered trees, did they look similar or somewhat similar to the actual said cut tree in question?
Yes.
So you determined those to be trees, correct?
Yes.
And in this case, you determined that to be a tree as well?
Correct.
Now, did you have an opportunity to walk around the property?
Yes.
And did you notice if there was a permit posted anywhere?
No, there was not.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the city would like to introduce the photographs into evidence along with the ticket.
So admitted.
I'm now showing the property owner another photograph. May I approach?
Yes.
Perez, I'm showing
You are free to walk about the room.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm showing you a Google Earth image from June 2018. Do you see that photograph?
Yes.
Now, does that show is that a fair and accurate depiction of the backyard area of the said property?
Yes, prior to it being cut.
Okay. Now, do you see the tree when it was still alive in that photo?
Yes.
And would you consider it to be a tree there now that you've seen it alive in that photograph?
Yes, I would.
Can you put an arrow on the photograph as to which tree we're talking about?
Now, do you notice a stump in that photograph of the said tree?
Yes, I do.
And you can tell it's a stump because it's quite large, correct?
Yes.
And we can see from that image that we're a little backed up in the Google Earth image.
Correct.
Judge, the city would like to introduce the Google image into evidence, please.
Do you agree? Do you agree that this is the tree in question, the circle, or the / shrub, the one that's circled?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
Was the thing that you cut down approximately that height?
It looked it wasn't that high. It didn't look like it went over the bushes that much. I would say it was comparable to the height of the other tree that's still standing.
But that's the tree. We can all agree
I
that
think
that's
so.
the tree?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
All right. Or the shrub. All right. So admitted.
I have no further questions for this witness, Judge.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Camus?
Come on.
Come on. Any questions for the witness?
No, I don't think so.
Your testimony?
I would just like to state that
I mean, if you want to introduce anything, if you want me to consider anything, this is the time.
Oh, well, in our research about the cypress shrub, to come back to that, we found that it can reach a height of over 12 feet, up to 15 feet, which shows the height of that tree. Again, we're going to go another step further to bring in a sample of the tree to actually scientifically prove that it was a shrub. I know that I keep calling it a tree.
What makes something a shrub versus a tree?
Well, it's just how it's categorized through its genetic makeup. Either a tree it can look like a tree, and it can actually be a shrub. For instance, these shrubs are categorized as Christmas trees. They look like Christmas trees, but they're actually considered a arborvitae shrub.
And where are you quoting from?
This is from the University of Florida Department of Food and Science.
And do they show a picture or a sample of what they're?
Yes, they do. I also have another from the South Florida Plant Guide, which has a picture and some information in regards to the arborvitae shrub.
Show the city.
Judge, court's indulgence if I take a read.
We getting judicial up in this mug, boy.
Your Honor, as you can see from those most recent pictures, we've put in a very nice, beautiful new fence in place of where those bushes were. All we were trying to do was make our property as beautiful as possible, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Once again, this magistrate, and I'm sure the city as well, has no issue with a property owner wanting to beautify their property. I think that the city just asks that when homeowners do such, that they do it within the boundaries of the code.
And Judge, if I may, there is a definition in the chapter that I'm taking a look at.
What about what he gave you first?
What he gave me, I believe that is a shrub. I do not believe that that is equivalent of a tree, which is what he actually cut in this case.
What he's saying is that what was cut is this thing.
I disagree with that, Your Honor, and I disagree with that based on the photographs of the Google Earth image that shows us the before, in addition, the after of how thick that tree stump is.
All right, I'm going to take a look at what he's provided.
So, I'm sorry?
I'm going to take a look at what he's provided.
Okay. Would Your Honor like me to read the definition or
Definition of
what a tree is under the chapter of the Miami Municipal Code?
Sure.
Tree means any self-supporting woody plant or palm which usually has a single main axis or
I'm going to
trunk
say that we could have started there.
with a minimum trunk diameter at breast height of 2 inches and a minimum overall height of 12 feet. This definition excludes plants which are defined as shrubs, hedges, vines, or ground covers. Palms shall have a minimum height of 14 feet in order to be classified as a tree.
Stop. Says it includes shrubs. There you go. Take it uphill. Code includes shrubs. The statute includes shrubs. There you go.
So, Judge,
So whether this is a tree or whether this is a shrub,
it
excludes.
Oh. Yes, it
Dang
excludes.
it.
But the point is
Almost.
that it's definitely 2 inches a minimum and over 12 feet based on the photos. And if you'd like, I can pass up the photos that are already into evidence.
I can't. I mean, width and feet are factual things that would need more than just a picture of me saying that that's what it is. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, Judge, photographs are also considered evidence.
Absolutely. But a photograph can't tell me that something's 12 feet.
But you can definitely tell by the photograph that there is...
That it's tall. That's what I can tell from a photograph.
Definitely that it's taller than his home. And I can elicit testimony from Officer Perez as to his height, the height of the home, and whether Your Honor would think it's possible and accurate that this tree was definitely minimum.
I consider that.
Okay.
So let me ask you this: this tree,
This shrub.
which is what I have in my yard too. I just have a smaller version of it. Mine's new. That this is the one that's in question. Are you saying no? That you don't believe that what was cut down is this?
No, Judge, it's totally different from the photo that he had.
Great. It is kind of different from the Google photo.
And also from the trunk as to how thick it is.
Okay. You're right.
Your Honor, right here in my documentation, I have, for instance, how high this shrub can go, but I don't have the width of the trunk of how.
But remember, if it goes even, read me the statute again.
Yes. Minimum 12 feet.
Even if it's scientifically categorized as a shrub, it can't go over 12 feet, or else it's a tree.
Correct. Tree means any self-supporting woody plant or palm which usually has a single main axis or trunk with a minimum trunk diameter at breast height of 2 inches and a minimum overall height of 12 feet. And that excludes a shrub. Hedges, vines.
Well, because, okay, I can see why it excludes. I don't know why it would exclude a shrub. A shrub can have a singular trunk.
Judge, I can make the argument that it would exclude the shrub because just like everything that it's excluded in this section, hedges, vines, ground covers, shrubs, these are all small items. These are all the things that Officer Perez, when he came by the area, saw that was on the side of the road. This wasn't construed and meant to be written in a way that it's going to include a huge shrub that the property owner wants us to believe is not a tree.
What a statute is saying, this is how we define a tree, unless it's a shrub or a hedge or something else. So conceivably, if the property owner says, listen, scientifically, this 15-foot thing is technically categorized scientifically as a shrub, it just grows that high, but it still can, within the community, scientific community, is considered a shrub, then the statute has excluded shrubs. So the statute seems like the statute doesn't believe shrubs can grow very high.
Not the way that it's written, Your Honor. And the way that it appears in this case, his tree is a tree. It's not a shrub.
Okay.
Is the city's position.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see the photo, the Google photo again.
Yes.
And then I'm going to make my decision. So we can move on to the other 5 cases.
Only one left.
Oh, only one left? Oh, okay. Right. Jonathan, I might have to say that this Google one does not look like the other ones in the photo you gave me.
Which is that? Is that a Google Earth?
Yeah, the Google Earth one doesn't look like the photos that you gave me.
May I see it?
Of the scientific research you did.
What about this picture that I showed you of the from inside the property looking directly at that tree?
Let me see that one again.
Yeah, I can see it does look almost, it does not look the same at all. I'm not sure. That's why I wasn't sure before when you asked me if that was the tree, because it does not look like that, this tree in my picture from Realtor.com. I believe now that may be the picture.
The one that's next to it.
Yes, I think it might be the higher one that we still have in our backyard.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm not sure, to be honest.
That's what I believe as well. I believe that the one in Google Earth that's being depicted in this photograph is the taller of these 2 trees, and the one that was cut down is the tree from the photographs that you gave me. I hate that this can't be zoomed in.
I can try to save the photo, and then you might be able to zoom in on it.
Yeah, do that. All right. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's the. There we go. Yeah. That's the tree in question.
And Your Honor, we love trees. We actually plan on planting a new tree, an avocado tree in our backyard in place of that tree. Probably not in the same place, but...
Place of this tree?
No, not in the same place.
I'm saying you're going to replace this tree?
Well, yeah, that was the original plan. We want to have some type of shade in our backyard. We have that bigger tree that I believe it's a mango tree, and we have the other smaller tree that's bigger than this shrub or tree, whatever it is. And we planned on planting a new avocado tree in its place. We don't hate trees. We just
give me the
wanted to get
photo,
rid of that.
the photo from your scientific journal thingies. I do too. Okay. So, what he's saying is that this is this is just better maintained, but these 2 things are the same. That's what he's saying. And they look to be the same. And
Also,
if you saying that this is called Abrovita, which is an easily recognized shrub with its large teardrop shape and flattened branches held vertically. Most young plants are seen as shrubs, but they can be pruned into a small tree. Take it up, Hel. All right. Thank you. That's it. Take it up, Hel.
What does that mean? I'm new to this. I don't understand. What does that mean?
You got a ticket. That means that you got to pay the ticket. That's what it means.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last item, Your Honor, number 23, ATCNA 2018-00003, Fabajo Corporation. Good morning.
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
My name is Eduardo Nunez. I'm the property owner of the property located at 12245 Northeast 9th Avenue.
The city would
What's your position with Fabajo Corporation?
I'm the sole proprietor. I mean, the
Okay. All right. Large brindle shepherd tied on to shoulder of lead with no shelter for weed. Resident confirmed adequate shelter. Times. Okay, this is some type of violation with regards to a dog.
yes, it is.
Okay, so you've been made aware of the violation, correct?
I'm aware of.
You understand the violation, I should say.
Well,
Okay.
I don't reside on the property. You know,
Okay.
it's my tenant. I mean, which I bring as a witness.
So you're saying that, has the tenant communicated to you that on this particular day that those conditions didn't exist?
Exactly. That's what she says.
Okay. City?
The city would like to call Michael Fuentes. Can you please state your name for the record?
Good afternoon, Michael Fuentes, City of North Miami Animal Control Officer.
Where are you employed?
City of North Miami,
And what is your responsibility as an animal control officer?
to patrol and enforce animal control ordinance.
And how many years have you been working as an animal control officer for the city of North Miami?
7.
Now, I'm now showing the property owner. May I approach?
Yes. All right.
Officer Fuentes, is that the ticket that you provided to the property owner on or about November 1st, 2018?
That's correct.
That was at 12245 Northeast 9th Avenue?
That's correct.
And can you please explain to the court how you came about into contact with this violation?
There were several complaints, and I went out and did an investigation.
Now, did you receive an affidavit, a specific complaint affidavit from a specific neighbor?
Yes, that's correct.
Showing the property owner and tenant complaint affidavit?
Yes, that's her affidavit.
Now, did you have her write that affidavit?
I requested if she, whatever she saw or whatever she wanted to write down in her affidavit that she could be a witness.
And Your Honor, permission for the witness to read into the record the affidavit?
Yeah.
Or if Your Honor would like this, or we can introduce it into evidence. And Your Honor, at this time, the city would like to introduce the affidavit by the neighbor in this case.
Yes.
Please read it.
Okay, she says she called North Miami PD about a complaint of a dog who was screaming from pain. He was stuck in his wire leash that was tied to the tree. This is not a first time this happened, but this time when it happened, no one was home. By the time Officer Mike Fuentes arrived, the dog was unable to free himself. I have a witness, this dog. Being tied to the tree for 24 hours a day with no shelter every single day. I see my neighbor, young German Shepherd, I don't know, it's hard to read, food and talk to dog in the morning and evening. My corner is his quality of life. He is an aggressive dog, charged 2 small dogs from the other side, and sometimes even found off the leash. The front yard fence is quiet, scary, because it feels, I don't know, she doesn't make sense here.
All right, let the document speak for itself. The document is entered into as to, is hereby admitted. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm now showing the property owner and the tenant photographs.
It looks photograph of the dog, right? Yeah, that is the dog.
Officer Fuentes, is that the dog in question when you arrived at the property, depicted in that photograph?
Yes, this is the,
Did you take those pictures?
yes,
When did you take those pictures?
11/1/2018 at 11:07 a.m. in the morning.
Was the dog on the leash when you got there?
The dog was on a short tether where he couldn't move around.
And can you explain to the court, like, what kind of material this leash or tether was made out of?
This is like a cable tether, very thin cable tether, that he wrapped himself around the tree that was there, and he couldn't untangle himself.
So he wrapped his neck around this leash, correct? And how long would you say in feet was this tether?
Well, when I arrived, it was like 1.5 feet. It wasn't much room. If he, went to the bathroom, he was stepping in it. He wasn't able to have the freedom to move back and forth.
So you would say that's not much room, correct?
I'm sorry?
You would say that's not much room for him to move around?
Right, that's not sufficient tether. That's not sufficient.
Now,
Is the material appropriate for a tether?
They use it in different ways. Like if you put it like a clothesline across from the thing, and then you have from the dog's collar it slides back and forth. Yes, but the way she did it, she put it around the tree where the dog keeps going around the tree, and he kind of choked himself, and that's not proper.
now, in those photographs, there's 2 bowls, correct?
Yeah, they seem to be a pair empty.
Now, there's a silver bowl and a white bowl, correct?
Yeah, I see a silver bowl, and there's a black bowl with white writing on it, yes.
Now, which bowl is closest to the dog?
The black one with the white lettering.
Could the dog reach that bowl based on the photographs and what you saw that day?
Just making it, like the silver bowl, he can't reach that bowl. No.
Was there any water or food in these bowls?
No, I didn't see. There was no water appearing in the bowls.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the area where the dog was at. Can you just explain to the court what is adequate shelter from the elements as defined under the statute?
Okay, adequate shelter is supposed to have a house for the dog. He's supposed to have an overhang over the head, hiding from the elements, the rain, the sun, whatever. This way he can go in and under and he can hide. Also, he has to have fresh water daily, and he has to be up off the ground. The dog cannot be in the dirt. He has to be up off the ground.
Meaning
in
the
case
shelter has to be up off the ground.
Yes.
Now, did it seem from your observations that the dog had adequate shelter from the elements?
No, he did not.
Did it seem from your observations that the dog had sufficient food and water?
No, he did not.
You stated earlier that he was entangled around his neck with that leash, what's supposed to be a leash. Would you classify that as mistreatment of this animal?
Yeah, because he was outside, tethered, unattended.
Without shelter.
Yeah, without shelter.
Without any shelter? I have no further questions for this witness.
Have any questions for the witness?
You want to explain yourself, right?
Yes, I am. The
Well,
dog have a long leash.
I'm
My name is
asking the
Edith Sullivan.
I'm asking the property owner, and you're free to confer with her, but I'm asking you as the property owner whether you have any questions for this witness.
No, I don't. I mean, as I said before, I mean, I don't reside on the property. I wasn't there when the officer gave the ticket, so I didn't see this is the first time I see this affidavit, so I don't have any information about this situation. She's the tenant who lived there. That's her dog, so that's why. I mean, she asked me. She said that she didn't.
You want to call her as a witness?
Huh?
Do you want to call her as a witness?
Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning. Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Edith Sullivan. I own the dog for my son.
Do you, and where do you live?
I live in 12245 Northeast, 9th Avenue.
Okay. And does this dog belong to you?
Yeah, it's my son dog.
Okay. How old is your son?
19.
The son lives in the property as well?
Yes.
All right. You've seen the photographs? Right?
Yes, but the list is long. I know he want himself on the tree, but he want to eat. He just leave himself out. But the neighbor, what he said that was calling the back, he had two dogs. He told me to bring my dog to play with his dog in the back. I say, wait for my son to come from school. So he do it. When my son come, he say he cannot take the dog to the back because his dog was too little and my dog was bigger than his dog. He don't want to take the dog to play. He say that my dog like lonely because he don't have the other dog to play. Then he called because of that, but I don't leave my dog in the leash. I only do it the day we're not home. So at night, we let him at the leash. When we're not home, when he came, my daughter called me. He said he came.
The place that he is it surrounded by a fence or a gate?
Yes, there's fence, but there's a little gate. He told my daughter, buy a little gate for the dog not to go in the front. So I only been there for 2 months. I just moved here. I was on the beach, and I bought.
So this
the
dog
gate.
has been with you before you moved here?
Yes.
Okay.
I buy the little gate. He asked me to buy, cause I buy the dog house. He told me to buy a dog house.
You bought the dog house?
Yes, I bought the dog house. Then the dog only sleeping in the house during the night when it's cold, when it's winter. So where I come from, the dog will stay outside. So when he told me to buy the gate, now I don't put him in the leash because I buy the gate, the little gate he told me to buy for the dog not to go on the front. I bought it, I put it on. I don't put him in the leash no more.
Okay, but you understand that the conditions that existed on that day were in violation of the city code.
Yes, he go to the back. When I told him, nobody cannot call him for the dog, because I put the dog on the leash for 5 days. When I mean 5 days, at night I let him out. Before I left in the morning, 5 in the morning, I put him back in the leash.
Yeah,
I
but
always put
the
water
city requires that an animal be kept in a certain way. And so that the way in which an animal is to be kept, particularly a dog, in this city, those conditions didn't exist when the officer went out and gave the citation. And that's what we're here for today, because when the officer went out and saw the animal wasn't being kept pursuant to the code. So on that day, you were in violation of the city code.
Yes, and that did I went. That because I told him I put the dog in the list. He said, okay, let him go to the back to see the dog.
All right.
That's
but
when my
I just
daughter
want to add to the record that when I went out to do my investigation, I spoke with the witness and the resident, and they both said that the dog was left out there for a week.
Yeah,
And
but
I
that's
wrote that
because-
on the ticket, so the dog was out there on that tether for a whole week
But I explained
without
to
proper
you-
shelter in the elements, with
I
no
explain-
food or water.
I explained to you I let it at daytime, but at nighttime I let him out.
All right.
But I put a bottle of water and food. The dog just eat it. But why should I leave the dog? I'm not just having the dog. I have the dog since I was living in the beach. I just moved in there for 2 months, so I did not have the dog house because the dog was inside.
Okay.
Because where I used to live, there wasn't no gate. That's why I leave the dog inside when I was living in the beach. Now when I move in,
So when you lived in the beach, how long did you live on the beach?
I've been living on the beach like for 15 years. But I
So
have
the
the
dog-
dog for a year.
So for a year, the dog was an inside dog.
The house, because I never buy a dog house.
So you-
There's no fence.
So you moved here, and the dog is now an outside dog on a tether.
Yes, yeah, because there is a gate.
Okay.
That's the reason why I didn't
I-
have the dog house.
All right. I uphold the citation. The citation is upheld based upon the evidence and the testimony provided. Thank you.
Chair,
Yeah.
The citation remains?
Yes.
Okay. Tiene que poner.
Nothing further from the city, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen in the back, you guys have a case before us? Oh. It's
Item
another
number
ticket?
No.
Oh, they came in late? Oh, okay.
Item number 51, Officer Perez, customer Jean Barjon and Marie G. Case number CESOD 2018-00018. This is for the animal case.
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Yes, hi, my name is Steve Barjon. Good morning. And that's my dad over here, Jean Barjon. He's the owner of the property that we are talking about.
Mr. Baljon, make your appearance for the record, please.
Yeah, don't know. Your name, don't know.
My name is Jean Barjon.
Okay. Mr. Baljon, you've been made aware of the violation? You understand the violation?
Tu comprends la violation.
You need an interpreter? Do we have
Yeah,
a
I can
Creole?
speak on his behalf.
We have we have an interpreter.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Oh. Okay. Un interprète.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Mr. Baljon, do you understand the violation that's been issued against your property?
Propriétaire. Yes.
Yes.
All right. And do you disagree with the violation?
Est-ce que vous pas d'accord avec violation ça que yo ba ou? Ou d'accord ou bien pas d'accord avec ça ces papiers ou pour yo ba ou?
Non.
Okay.
Pas d'accord.
I don't agree.
You do not agree.
Ou pas d'accord avec lui. No,
All right.
I don't.
City?
City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer Perez. Today we're hearing the case for the property at 12423 North Miami Place in reference where the grass in the front lawn as well as in the swale area is in poor condition and needs to be resodded. These are photographs of the property itself.
Gazon ça. La montre aux photos gazon qui t'a mérité réparer. Ouais, gazon.
Oui.
Do these pictures properly depict the conditions that existed at the time that you issued the citation?
Yes.
Papier ça, li montre que c'est ça, yo te ouais, là yo te voir ticket, c'est ça?
Okay. And this is your property, correct?
C'est propriétaire là, pas vrai?
Oui, yeah.
Yes.
Photos are admitted. I'll take notice thereof.
Li accepte photo yo comme li worth.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Perez?
Est-ce que vous avez une question que tu as demandé, Monsieur Perez?
No.
All right.
No.
Do you want to give some testimony or have someone give testimony?
Est-ce que tu as voulu dire quelque chose ou bien tu as quitté et petit toi dire quelque chose pour vous?
Yes.
Ou quitter le parler? Yes.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So be careful.
Sir, did
Okay.
were you here at the beginning?
Okay.
Sir, were you here at the beginning?
I'm
Were
sorry.
were you here when we began the hearings?
Yes, I was here.
Okay. Go ahead and make your
Yeah, like I said before, my name is Steve Barjan, and me and my father, we live at the property of 12423 Northeast Miami Place. We've been living there for 22 years. We never had any problem with the city. All of a sudden, this came up. We don't know, and we are frustrated. My dad is already not feeling well with his health already.
What's your frustration?
and this is terrible.
What's your frustration? The grass, the conditions of the lawn as depicted by the city requires, pursuant to the city's code, requires better maintenance. It has to be what they call resodded, which means basically to regrass the area. And that's what the city is
Right.
asking, is that that area, that new grass be placed in that area.
Yeah, we want to comply with what you guys want. We
So
want
you
to do it.
you recognize that based upon these photographs that these areas lacking, is not completely grassed as it should be.
Yes, I recognize that. I
okay.
see that. I agree. But we are also surprised because all of a sudden all this came up because we never had any problem for 22 years in this property. We understand what the city wants.
Okay.
So that's why we had a little meeting with the family about this to make the arrangement. They want us to park in the swell area. I told my dad, make sure you park your car in the swell area from now on. And they want the concrete. So now we have one car parked in the front, and I even took pictures of what you guys would like it to be. And we're gonna try our best to fix the problem, but we don't want to be charged for anything. I mean, we received this warning right now. I don't know if it's a citation or not.
It is. It's a citation.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. And
so, how much time, with the city, forget about the concrete and all that, what the city is saying is that you can comply with this if you provide new grass in this area, in this grassed area. New grass has to be provided where there's grass lacking. Okay?
Right.
How long do you think it'll take for you to get that done?
A couple months.
All
Maybe
right.
until May.
No, can't give you that much time to do. This is simple sodding. This is simple
Okay.
resodding.
But we are already in the process of solving the problem.
Yeah.
We already contacted somebody for a driveway because they will install a driveway for us so we can park more cars instead
Okay.
of parking all over the grass.
Listen,
like they
I
don't want
understand that you are there's a simple resolve until you get that done. And the simple resolve is to go to Home Depot, get you some dirt, and get you some sod, and put the grass in those blank areas on the lawn.
Right.
That will correct the violation until you decide whatever you want to decide with regards to increasing your parking capacity.
Right.
All right. So there's a simpler solution that doesn't take you until May to do. So I'm going to give you until June 30th. I find out a violation. January 30th. I give you.
Oh, that's too
I
early.
find that a
sir.
violation does exist to cite it.
That's too early.
Not to put some sod
June
down. It's
30th.
not. January 30th is not
Because
too
we
long to
were
put some
planning.
sod down. Sorry, it's just not.
I know, I heard it. Yeah.
All right, so I find that a violation does exist to cite it. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
So now, how much are they charging us right now?
Nothing right now.
Okay.
You have until January 30th to
30th.
get to put down new sod.
New sod.
You have January till January 30th.
And I have some pictures of some of the arrangement that we made because, like I said, we talked to the family members, and that's how we park the cars now because they don't want us to park on the grass. So I have a picture right here showing.
Well, because parking on the grass leads to killing the grass,
Right, it
which
kills
leads to
grass.
the blank
That's
spaces.
what I was told by the officer, and but before we were in confusion. We really didn't know what the violation really is. We said what they want. They said they want us to. They said the ask is too high, and then they want us to not to park. We were in confusion of what the violation was really is. You know.
Right. There's patches in your lawn. Those patches need to be filled with new sod.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're gonna work on that.
All right.
And, we're also gonna have a driveway done so we can park more cars there because we usually have like 4 cars parked there most of the time. And the day that he came, he saw a car parked right on the grass. I understand about the violation. So.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Call your next case. Is there another case?
Item number 2. Officer Sanders, customer Alan Levine, case number CENUS 2018-00208.
That's it? Oh, I thought she was coming. I thought she was coming up. All right. My interpreters, thank you for your service.
Do you sign anything for me? This is the first time that I.
Not that I'm aware of.
Thank you. Straight ahead. Not here. When you exit out that way, straight ahead to your left hand.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Inspector, is there compliance?
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Co-Compliance Officer. As of yesterday, no, compliance has not been met.
Let the fines go forward.
Item number 5, Officer Sanders, customer Alexis Ramus, case number CERCV 2018-00113.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Inspector, is there compliance?
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Co-Compliance Officer. As of yesterday, roughly 11:50, compliance has not been met.
Let the fines go forward.
Item number 11, Officer Sanders, customer Betty Walker, case number CEPFY 2018-00615.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Co-Compliance Officer. This is a new case for 2140 Hibiscus Circle. The violation is for a vehicle that's parked on the front lawn. I first initially opened this violation on August 30th of 2018, sent another letter on September 12th, and then again on October 8th of 2018. As of today, the violation remains. I am showing that proper service was given. It was the property was posted on December 12, 2018 with a notice to appear. Mailing was also mailed out on the 14th of December 2018. Again, as of today, the violation remains. I have photos if you would like to see.
Thank you. Having heard the testimony, the evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 17, Officer Perez, customer David Williams Properties, LLC, case number CEZPU 2018-00050.
Which one? Which number?
17.
There's no one here on behalf of this property, Inspector.
Officer Perez with the City of North Miami Code Enforcement. Reference to the property at 155 Northwest 124th Street. The property was serviced on December 8th, 2018 at 1:40 p.m. It was also sent certified mail. The property in question is in violation of the zoning usage. They are doing construction, mechanic work on the property continuously. Warnings were issued prior, and attached are photographs of the incident.
Having heard the testimony and evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, finding the violation does exist as cited. Issuing an abatement date of January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 20, Officer Perez, customer Ermite Roberti, case number CEZPU 2018-00048. Item number 20.
Sorry, what was the name of that one? Isn't it January 19th? We have 9 and 30 on the paper. Whatever the heck I did with that paper. On our hearing dates, we have 9 and 30. Is it 19 and 30? Because January 9th wouldn't be 30 days from today. Alright, so why is it 9?
Code Enforcement Officer Perez with the City of North Miami. Today we're hearing the case in reference to the property at 12280 Northwest First Court in reference to zoning prohibited use. At this property, they have been repairing vehicles and operating as a dealership in the residential area, which is prohibited to the city. The property was serviced on December 8th, 2018 at 2:08 p.m. and was also sent certified mail. They have not complied.
Having heard the testimony and evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement dated January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 24 and 25, Officer Perez, customer Fanny Elzevir, case number CEFAW 2018-00252 and CEGMP 2018-00290.
There's no one here on behalf of the property, Inspector.
Officer Jose Perez with the City of North Miami Code Enforcement. We're hearing the case in reference to the property at 12205 Northwest Miami Court, reference to CEFAW 2018-00252. The property in question has a large fence in the front of the property, which has been poorly maintained. No compliance has been met. The property was serviced on December 8th, 2018 at approximately 12:52 p.m. It was also sent certified mail.
Second case?
I'm sorry?
Second case?
Second case. Second case is in reference to the property at 12205 Northwest Miami Court, CEGMP 2018-00290. This is in reference to the maintenance of said property. The exterior of the premises are in poor condition, as well as the fascia boards of the property. The property was also serviced on December 8, 2018 and sent certified mail.
Having heard the testimony and evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. Not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day per citation until abated.
Item number 27, Officer Fuentes, customer Felix Jean Marie, case number CENUS 2018-01244.
There's no one here on behalf of this property.
This is Officer Fuentes, City of North Miami Animal Control. Was that out to this property? They were ticketed for the dogs at large, and then an NOV was issued. They surrendered the dog to the shelter, so the case is closed.
All right, case dismissed.
Item number 39, Officer Sanders, customer Hector Martinez, case number CEEXP 2018-000113.
Someone here on behalf of this property, Inspector. Is there compliance?
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Co-Compliance Officer. As of yesterday, 3:10 p.m., compliance has not been met.
Let the fines go forward.
Item number 40, Officer Clark, customer Hector Lomini, and case number CEEXP 2018-000224.
There's no one here on behalf of this property, Inspector.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a case in reference to the exterior, excuse me, property conditions walls of the property I went by on yesterday. They do have proper service. The property was posted on December 7, 2018, 11:55 a.m. No one has responded to the notice to correct the violation. The violation has not been corrected. If you would like to see the pictures.
All right. Having heard the testimony, evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, finding that a violation does exist is cited, issue an abatement date of January 30th, not abated by January 30th, and it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 74, Officer Perez, customer Ojer Mokur, case number CESSP 2018-000253.
There's no one here on behalf of this property, Inspector.
Just to confirm, this was CESSP ending in 253?
Yes.
Okay. City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer Perez. Today we're hearing the case in reference to the property at 12605 Northwest First Court. This is in reference to the storm shutters throughout the entire property that are still closed and have remained closed throughout the entirety of this. The property was serviced on December 12, 2018 at 10:13 a.m. and it was also sent certified mail.
Having heard the testimony, evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, finding the violation does exist is cited, issue an abatement date of January 30th, if not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 81, Officer Dorville, customer Prestige Stone LLC, case number MHVL 2018-01150.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Inspector, is there compliance?
Code Officer Dorville, City of North Miami Code Compliance Office. There is no compliance today.
Let the fines go forward.
Item number 83, Officer Dorville, customer Raymond Mondesir, case number CENBR 2018-000081.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Inspector?
Good afternoon. This is John Dorville, City of North Miami Code Compliance Office. This property was originally posted on 8/30/2018. Property was posted 12/6/2018 at 3:23 p.m. It is in reference to the house number on the duplex. They are not in compliance based on the house numbers not being visible from the side.
All right. Having heard the testimony, evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. If not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Thank you.
Item number 86, Officer Clark, customer Roberto Fuentes, case number CEGMP 2018-00304.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. This is a case in reference to the exterior window awnings. I asked them to pressure clean them and to paint them. I have spoken to the owner, and she assured me that it would be done. However, it's not 100% complete.
All right. Notice?
Was posted December 7th, 2018 at 12:55 p.m.
All right. Having heard the testimony, evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of January 30th. Not abated by January 30th, then it's $250 per day until abated.
Item number 96, Officer Fuentes, case number CENUS 2018-00908, customer 3 Kings on 135th LLC.
Good afternoon, Officer Fuentes, City of North Miami Animal Control. Address is 1525 Northeast 135 Street, Apartment 1. This was about rabies and license tags. I went this morning. The woman is up to date with current rabies vaccinations and license tags.
All right, case dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 98, Officer Perez, customer Volcane Dynamic Realty Fund, case number CEGMP 2018-00233.
There does not appear to be anyone here on this property. Is there a compliance?
Compliance has not been met.
Let the fines go forward.
And that completes all for today.
These hearings are hereby adjourned.